Alright, well, my first attempt got interrupted, and so let's try this again. Philodo Forester, I got about 135, 140 miles on it. So we'll start from the front and move to the back. I'm going to be very quick because I'm at a public park and I don't really want to get interrupted again. So anyway, and nothing on those people too. I hope they enjoy their walk. Anyway, so the tires. They're good enough, I would say, on dry pavement or dirt. On wet days, they could be more grippy, especially with this being all-wheel drive. I have laid the bike down from accelerating with pedal assist going around a corner. So make sure if you're going around a corner to hold the brakes just a little bit so that it doesn't power the front motor or put it in rear-wheel drive mode. So the headlight, it's good enough for what it is. It's a very square beam that it shines, but it's just not far enough. This thing goes too fast for the headlight to just light up like right here. Let's see. So, well, I guess I should have said this thing is rowdy, man. This thing is so fast. I remember the first time I got on it, I was just blown away. Even in rear-wheel drive mode, I was absolutely blown away. For a bicycle especially. But then you put it in all-wheel drive mode and it's just so much faster. So as for the brakes, it's easy to lock the rear brakes up. So I wouldn't say that the rear brakes need any upgrading whatsoever. The front brakes, it's pretty hard to lock them up. But I did learn, unfortunately, on a wet day that you can lock them up. So do the front brakes need upgrading? I mean, probably not. Unless you get grippier tires, I would say probably I would just leave them alone. Maybe get floating rotors, that's about it. I can't really speak on the suspension aspect because I'm not a bicyclist, so I'm not really familiar with how it's supposed to feel. But I guess it's good enough. I'm 250 pounds, by the way, for reference. And I'm bald, I'm bulky. So, you know, my weight and my drag. So, move up to the handlebars here. And I don't really want to see my face, but the grips that come on this digs into your palm something serious. And so I would definitely recommend replacing these. These cheap ones off Amazon, they feel great. They feel so good. It has a little thing here that acts as a shock absorber. So super nice. Also, you can put mirrors on the end, which these are really nice too. Especially, like, you don't want to be looking over your shoulder all the time, right? The gear shifter, I have no complaints. I have no plus sides to say either. So as for the screen here, this blue thing here is your brightness level. So there's a brightness sensor up here. So if I cover it up, you'll see the screen get dimmer, and you can't really see it because it's so dark, but the blue lines are unfilling. Might be able to see it. Yeah. See it fill up and then go away. So to tell if it's an all-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive mode, these spokes here are how you tell. So I'm in all-wheel drive mode right now, as you can tell. To switch drive modes is double press of the power button. So all-wheel drive mode, rear-wheel drive mode. Oh, and then you long press the down button for walk mode. I'm not going to do it because it makes it start walking. But what you'll see is the little guy on there, he'll have 2 legs instead of 1. So here's your speedometer. Speaking of speedometer, sorry if it's windy. Speaking of speedometer, the max speed I've gotten out of this, going downhill fastest I can get it, 43 miles an hour, 42.9 realistically. But so for this ride, well, I just rode it down the hill here. It was 26 miles an hour at my average, but 62 volts, about 43 miles an hour. I've gone 6 miles. I skipped my JBL Click. This thing is awesome. I listen to music a lot, so this phone mount, it's the lmao. I don't know. You can see it here. It's very nice. Holds the phone very well. As for range, in all-wheel drive, I'm getting about, I would say, 18 to 20 miles range. All throttle, by the way, and PAS 5. In a rear-wheel drive mode, and sometimes in rear-wheel drive mode and with some all-wheel drive. Well, actually, come to think of it, it was mostly rear-wheel drive, but I was going off into the woods and just going through really muddy areas, straight bogging it through, you know, some really muddy shit. Definitely getting into dirt bike territory with this thing. I managed to get 26 miles, and that was with a lot of all-wheel drive, but mostly rear-wheel drive. Like I said, I was going off-road a lot, and whenever I'm off-road, I'm not gonna do it in rear-wheel drive mode. I have the front motor for a reason. I'm gonna use it, you know? So, the pedals, they are garbage. The ones that come with them, very, very garbage. Get yourself these Amazon pedals. $20, and they are literally lifesavers. My foot fell off this bike going 32 miles an hour, and that is not fun, especially for an inexperienced rider. Speaking of which, while I'm thinking about it with this blue here, make sure you Loctite your bike. And whenever I say Loctite your bike, I don't just mean like whenever you get your bike, Loctite everything on it. I mean like whenever you get your bike, Loctite everything on it. But as you add stuff to your bike, Loctite that too. My water bottle mount almost fell off. It's Loctited now, so we're good. But I didn't take it seriously enough. Got to make sure you take it serious and Loctite literally everything. The seat that comes with the bike. Let me tell you, if there's a first upgrade I would recommend, buy yourself a seat. Buy yourself a seat 100%. The seat that comes with this bike is garbage. I was just riding this around, and I see why they call this the Cloud 9. Because it rides absolutely like a cloud. Like, I realized, specifically on this ride, actually, that as I was pedaling, my butt was moving independently from the bike. Which shouldn't be too surprising because of the suspension here. But it just blew my mind that this was, like, actually moving so much. And, you know, my butt doesn't hurt anymore. I put, like, 10 miles on the stock seat, and my butt was so unbelievably painful. I've put in 90 miles on this seat now, and it has fixed all of those problems. Yes, it is dirty, but guess what? I don't care. I'm not here for, this bike isn't a show queen, you know? I bog it in the mud, 100%. So, my saddlebag here is a Rock Bros hard shell 1.7 liter saddlebag. This is the Kimimoto hard shell bag with panniers, or panniers, however you pronounce it. I've got a review on both of those two bags if you're interested in them. This water bottle mount is just from Amazon. I don't know how to link all this stuff. I'm not a YouTuber, so I'm not really gonna. So let's move over to the other side of the bike though. And the chain ring, it's another thing I'd recommend you upgrading. This here, in case if you don't know, and the crank set. You have to buy them together in case if you don't know. I did not know that. And you gotta buy the bolts separately too, so make sure you know that as well. But I would upgrade this too, and the reason is, with the factory one, you can pedal this bike yourself about 32 miles an hour. With this one, I would say I can pedal the bike up to 36-ish. I still cannot pedal fast enough to keep up with the bike at its top speed, which is 38.9, by the way. I have the tire set, I think, at about 20 psi. Other than that, though, man, I think I covered this really fast. This was like a 30-minute video last time I recorded it. Man, I really hope that I covered everything, because I can't remember now. Any other upgrades that I'm planning or might plan or might suggest? Not that I can think of. Yeah, this thing is awesome. It rips. Let me tell you, it absolutely rips. Oh, there is one thing. This bent spoke here. I have a bent spoke, and I expect that most people that buy this bike will also have a bent spoke, because they weave the crankset here through the spokes for shipping. So, expect to need to buy a spoke. At least one. I'll probably just buy a few just because, you know, can't be too prepared. I can't believe I put 100 miles on this bent spoke. I'm stupid, I know. What else is there? Probably nothing. So, again, I cannot emphasize enough. Loctite everything. My headlight fell off about 30 miles in. It now has a lock nut and Loctite on it, so I wasn't playing any games with it. Yeah. So, oh, it's got a horn. You know, it's enough for humans. It's not even close to enough for cars. Man, I really can't think of anything else. So I hope that I covered everything, and if there's anything that I didn't cover that you do want to know about, let me know, because I would be more than happy to help spread information so that everybody can be as informed as humanly possible with their purchase of this bike, or potentially any other bike too. It's not like everybody has to ride the same bike as me. I mean, this isn't the most high quality bike out there, as you can tell by the front fender here. But it gets the job done. It absolutely gets the job done. This thing will go through some serious mud. I am impressed. But I gotta get off here before my phone dies. And man, I feel like there's something else I should be saying. But because this is like 20 minutes shorter than the last time I recorded it. Well, I guess I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.